absolute Ricky Stark. What a great match. Great one.
Wow. So what do you guys want to talk about? What's up, y'all? Okay. Seems like you're all doing well. Got it.
Hi, Phil Lindsay, Bleacher Report. We just had a guy in here, your reigning AEW World Champion.
Right.
How soon are you trying to get back in the ring with him and get your rematch?
So I'm glad you asked that question. I think it's important to let everybody know, because there's been speculation of why I beat somebody and then wanted to beat him again. If I did it once, I can do it twice. If I beat a former AEW champion, that means that I skipped the line and now I can go back to getting my shot at the AEW championship. That is ultimately what this whole thing has been about since day one. I am not a dumb young kid. I know what I'm doing. Obviously, people don't think that. So after tonight, obviously, I feel like I'm in contention to be the guy next up. Especially after how December went, I feel like it's well worth it in my playground to actually go after it and be a little bit more prepared, honestly. So.
Liam?
Liam Crowley, comicbook.com. Ricky, we spoke after you gave that incredible promo on Dynamite that really kind of lit this fire of momentum that you've been on.
Which one? I've done so many now, I lost track.
We lose track all the time. When you spoke to Max and you said something about you're going to take the responsibility off his plate, little boy.
You got that.
That was the ending line. After that promo, even though you lost the match at Winter is Coming, you've just sustained an incredible amount of momentum ever since. Got right into this white-hot feud with Chris Jericho. Can you just kind of talk to me about the importance of sustaining your momentum ever since you came back from injury?
I'm a guy who's done it on his own since day one. I don't have anybody back here politicking for me. I don't have anybody here trying to take me under their wing. If you want to really consider it, I'm kind of an outsider. But I like that feeling. I like doing it myself. I did it myself when I was with Hobbs. I did it myself when I lost the FTW championship and I had to go out there and spill my heart when people thought the FTW championship was a goddamn noose around my neck. I made it what it is today. That's what I want people to understand. And I'll be damned if I sit back and I just let that all go away. I just let it all go away. There was no way in hell that I was gonna let what I built up from not even last year. Let's start it back to 2020 when I started here. I have kept all that going. I want you to understand, I've kept my momentum as strong as possible due to my hard work, due to me and my passion for this company. And I am so proud and I'm so glad that people see it. I'm so glad that I can let my mom see exactly what I'm doing on TV every week. It is not lost on me the type of momentum that I have built up. You want to count it 3 times. I can count it 3 times on my hand, the amount of times that I've gone out there, got 30 seconds, got a minute, and I still made it happen. It's important, man. It's so important to beat Chris Jericho. It's so important to come out the week after I lost to MJF and stand shoulder to shoulder with the people that y'all consider the top of the mountain. Baby, don't forget about Ricky. I'm up there. I don't know how many times I gotta prove it. I can prove it till I'm blue in the face. And as light as my skin complexion is, that ain't a very hard thing to do, okay? I want to make sure that I carry this momentum all the way through. If I dip, I dip, but I promise you I'm gonna come back up. It ain't gonna stop there. So tonight was a very big deal for me. Hello, Denise. Tonight was a very big deal for me. So I don't want y'all to think I have a chip on my shoulder or anything like that. I don't believe in that type of, thinking. But I love working hard and I love being passionate about the thing that I'm putting out there. I hate half the shit I say sometimes, but you know what? It comes from here. And that's what matters to me. So I appreciate that you understand that momentum is a thing that you need around here especially. And I refuse to let that just waste away. Chris Jericho, Max, all those people can get it. Whoever else. Kenny Omega.
Right here.
Me too. No, I never see you without it. That's those questions.
Hey Ricky, Jason Jones, The Athletic.
Nice.
You talked about momentum, and how do you keep momentum in this business? You know, you had a great feud with Chris. What do you do now to keep the momentum going?
I don't know. That's a great question. Obviously, I am put in situations where I have to create this energy. You know what I'm saying? You can't destroy energy, obviously, but I have to create it. I think for me now is, admittedly, I lost myself within the first few months of this year. I lost who Ricky was. I'm sure you guys kind of probably saw a little bit of that at times. But I found him again, and I found my confidence. I regained my confidence that I had. Now it's a matter of, okay, what's next for me? Because I'm up here, right? I know y'all don't want to see me do this again. No one wants to see me do that again, because then I have to do this again. I think honestly for me, it's at this point is contending for a championship. And I know someone's gonna ask me, well, it can be the AEW championship, it can be the TNT, it can be the Atlantic, it can be all three. I can be that person. I think I've already proven that. I've already proven I'm a main eventer. I've already proven that I'm the guy. Why not go for some type of gold now, you know? So for me, personally, I'm open to those. Chris was a great cap in my feather, but it doesn't stop there. And I honestly think, man, I'm just ready to carry the whole goddamn thing.
It was a great way to start the show tonight. I think it was a classic match with Chris Jericho, and also a great way to start the year. Really, 2023, we started the year with a great match.
Yeah,
You
that's
beating
true.
Chris
Look forward to
Jericho
it.
in the first pay-per-view of 2023 also.
My first pay-per-view win, by the way, everybody. I just want to put that out there. This is my first pay-per-view win of all time. God, it was against Jericho. That's great. I'm so proud of myself.
Right? Yeah.
That was it.
So,
My man.
yeah, so for people who never saw you before AEW, I think that the promo that you did with MGF
Right.
was the moment where everybody was like, wow.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you had gotten your confidence back. Was it that promo where you got your confidence back, or where was it last year that you regained that, and what are your memories of that MJF promo?
I had regained my confidence well before that speech in Austin. You know, I kind of lost my confidence a little bit. It was before that time. It was before like October. I lost it, and it was hard to find it. And I think after what you heard in Austin, Texas, after the Battle Royal, was 100% how I feel, and was 100% Ricky Starks. And I honestly think that is what y'all like about me, is that I am a genuine person. I don't come up here cursing, dropping F-bombs, having to crap on your looks or make fun of you and take the low-hanging fruit route. That is not who I am. I am above that bullshit. I tell you that. That's our champion. God help me. All right? That's the thing about me. Sometimes I will lose it, and then I will regain it back in spades. That happened with Chris Jericho. Months ago, brother, you told me I suck, I believe you. I would believe you. You told me that I'm not it, I would have believed you. But a few weeks ago, I realized that I cannot lose what I have. I can never lose it. I can never be buried. If y'all want to get to that. I can never be blackballed. I can never fail, dude. That's the great thing about me. I will succeed anywhere in any situation. That is what I have finally embraced and realized, especially with the Chris Jericho thing, especially when Max was going toe-to-toe with me. The confidence will never falter from here on out. And I believe that till I die. Will.
Ricky, obviously, Will Washington Fightful.
Oh, thank you.
So, somebody you spoke really highly of as having a big influence on your career is The Undertaker.
Okay. Yeah.
And no, I wasn't gonna go there, but
Make sure.
but Undertaker, of course, famous for among other things, a famous streak, and there seems to be a streak developing in AEW that you got to be a part of, which is the fact that Chris Jericho, who has competed at every single AEW Revolution, has never won at one. He's now 0-4. You're the 4 and 0-4, and it's a who's who of names. It was Jon Moxley, the Young Bucks, Eddie Kingston last year. So, how is it being amongst those names that Chris Jericho has not been able to overcome?
Well, four-leaf clover is lucky, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Run it up. I didn't know that little factoid. I like that. But also, I'll be honest with you, I don't care that much. Because I beat Jericho. That's all that matters to me. The fact that he has a losing streak going on, not my business anymore. The fact that Ricky Starks finally won at a pay-per-view, I think this is my third pay-per-view. No, my fourth one, because during Jacksonville days.
Yeah, Revolution.
All Out was my first pay-per-view appearance with the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and then Revolution Cinematic.
look at that. The fourth one, you know. I finally am here. I'm doing it. Well, fifth one, whatever.
Three-way double or nothing.
Yep. It's cool, man. It's really cool. I want to really emphasize the fact that my first pay-per-view win means a lot to me personally, especially when I was sitting on the sidelines for some of these shows. And I said on Twitter, that's why I'm so big into manifestation. I said, hey, this will be the last year. This will be the last pay-per-view that I sit my ass off of this. And ever since then, I have been on every pay-per-view because I said it and I willed my way to it right now. My first media scrum, believe it or not, right now. Wild.
Two more questions?
Hi, Ricky. Amy Nemedy with WrestleJoy.
Hi.
So Chris Jericho has spoken very highly of you recently in the build-up
What'd he say?
to Revolution. He called you a great wrestler with
Okay.
a lot of charisma. Obviously there were some things that he suggested that you needed to improve being a young talent. But I was
Okay.
curious.
All right. Okay.
I was curious about the narrative around you has gone from he's the future, like when you first made your AEW debut,
Okay.
to he is an absolute star. Like there's been a definitive shift into how people see you, including how your opponents see you. So I was curious what your thoughts were on that, and also whether or not you've worked with Chris Jericho. You've beaten him twice now, and he is one of the greatest of all time.
Sure.
Is there anything that you've learned from working with Chris Jericho that you've added to your repertoire as the absolute Ricky Starks?
Great question. There are a few things that I've learned about Chris. He's a very masterful type of conductor in a way. I think for me, it wasn't so much. How can I say this without, getting kicked off the next show? That's why you wouldn't do that. I know that. I guess for me, learning from Chris was all of the right things to do at the right moment, right? I'm a big believer, and I've talked about this heavy in interviews that I've done about the people that I want to wrestle here. I've mentioned Kenny, I mentioned Punk, I mentioned all of these people with the experience because iron sharpens iron. To wrestle Chris Jericho, that is iron sharpening iron. I think coming out of this, I'm a better performer, I'm a better entertainer after all of this. Not to say that I wasn't before, but to add just a little bit of some extra flair to a well-seasoned meat that is me, I think that worked out as perfectly as it could. Chris is a legend in this business. I don't think y'all realize how old Chris is. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, but I'm saying it to say he's been doing this for a very long time. And to have him on the roster is a very vital thing for people such as myself who are hungry, who don't want to sit in catering and have to just wait for the next thing. You know what I'm saying? That is what I have always wanted since I've been here. I had it with Sting, didn't get it for a bit. Now I got Chris. You know what I'm saying? There's more to it from that. So Chris is a very, very special type of talent. I will give him that. And I did read an interview where he said he saw a glimpse of, everyone's favorite comparison that y'all have for me, The Rock.
Dwayne.
And I thought that was a very nice thing to say because he has been around and been with the greats. So whether he meant it or not, I don't care. It's already out there in publication, so people just believe it. But yeah, I've learned quite a bit. If anything, I thought this segment that we had, or the interview, excuse me, that we had in Phoenix was more of a test than anything I've had here in a very long time. And not to toot my own horn, but I think I delivered on that. Yeah. We have one more?
Last question for Ricky.
Hey, Dave.
Good, how are you doing?
Nice shirt.
Hi. So everyone, I feel like, comes without their own personal style.
Who's
show what they're
talking?
made of.
Oh, hi, sorry. I have astigmatism. I can't see far, so sorry about
I
that.
have an astigmatism too.
Nice. Oh, you say astigmatism. I thought it was stigmatism. Okay, sorry.
So I was saying, everyone comes out with their own personal style, show what they're made of.
Yeah.
So how would you describe your style, your brand?
Style is everything to me. It really is. It's this is how I dress in real life. You can attest to that. It's a big deal because everybody seems to think, basketball shorts and your own PWT shirt is the move. Not me, baby. I like it. It expresses who I am. It gives you a better idea of who I am, another side of me that you don't usually get to see. And I know that there's, people who are stylish, that try to be stylish, should I say. Me personally, I don't know about y'all. I get that wrestling fans aren't the most stylish people there is, but to see me, you are stylish. You are stylish. The all-white party was very stylish, but I will tell you, this guy asked me a question about who's the most fashionable on a scale of 1 to 5. I did give you a 2. Only, no. Only because in the definition of fashion, Paris fashion and all that, you dress for comfort. You don't care about what people think of you. This is stylish and comfortable, I'm assuming.
Thank you.
Ricky Dixon said 3.5.
Thank you. So it wasn't a knock to you, but in the definition of what he said,
So
I had to
with
give
2 being the highest.
5 being the highest.
I gave it 3.5 because I said, oh man, it's comfortable. But the all-white party, you killed it. Style is a very big deal to me, as you can see, only because it expresses another side that you don't get to see on the AEW television. So, me personally, I will always do that till the end of time. I appreciate that some people really like it. I know that there was like a Twitter page or just different styles that I had. That's cool to me. My real hope, and this is the God honest truth, is that I influence some wrestling fan that watches or some, casual viewer. I know you hate that word, casual viewer, to be inspired to be like, wow, this guy is a wrestler. He looks good and he dresses very, very well. I aspire to be just like him. That is what I want. I appreciate you, checking out the fit.
Who's the
snorted?
Matrix.
What? You like it?
It's cool.
I didn't like that answer. Your fit's cool too. It's real, Cali, like San Francisco. Makes sense.
Thank you very much, Ricky Starks.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Are we doing the hug thing? Yeah.
That'll be tomorrow's discourse.
Yeah. That's a meme reaction.
You're the one who asked.
I did ask.